evening and welcome to BCN News. Leading our bulletin tonight, Niue's economic growth rate stands at 3.5%. This is an estimated growth rate annually, according to the Premier Sir Toke Talangi, who believes the economy is doing reasonably well. Surveys conducted by the private sector have indicated that there's a great deal of confidence in what the government is doing for the economy.
GDP has increased. There are certain financial institutional requirements that I need to focus my attention on. But economically, we're probably one of the better islands in the Pacific at the present moment in terms of an ability to generate our own incomes to help pay for our people. I spent a great deal of time analysing and determining whether we should be thinking. Now, there's a school of thought. A lot of people tend to think that, for example, we don't have any exports. You know, we don't export products. We don't have any other commodity that we export. The belief is that because we don't have that, therefore, we're lacking in something. But let me ask you this. If we have 100% employment, or very close to 100% employment, then what are we going to do with those industries that people think we should be doing?
Niue's tourism remains a major driver of the economy.
My belief is that instead of exporting, we bring the people here, we feed them. And that really is what happens. Go to the market and have a look. Every, I think Wednesday now, no, Monday and Fridays, those guys are making good money, I hope. And why? Because of the tourists, because of the, not just the tourists bona fide foreigners or Kiwis, but our own people coming back to enjoy this country again. I know that many of them are surprised when they come because they never thought we'd do this. So from a financial and economic viewpoint, I think we're doing reasonably well.
However, subsistence farming is an area of concern.
The only concern that I have at the present moment with GDP terms is to do with subsistence farming, and I think it's basically a difference in interpretation of what the farmers are getting. The tradition is exports. We're not doing that. The tradition now is to produce, to feed the people who have come. It's easier, no risks, we don't have to export risks and lose products. So therefore, I'm very pleased with the way things are happening. And I know a lot of people find that my thinking, and some of us who are working as senior people in my government understand what we're trying to do. Some are still a bit, if you like, indifferent to some of the changes that are happening. But change has come. Change in the transformations has come. The SOEs are doing well. I'm very pleased.
Traveling all the way to Fiji to study a Master's in Business Administration at the University of the South Pacific will now be a thing of the past. That's because USP is now offering the MBA program here at the Niue campus. Classes for the MBA program will begin in Niue from the 13th of May this year.
I have seen Niue has not been part of the program. One student from Niue came into the program on campus in Fiji, but I believe that this is the time that is right, and I put it in my work plan that 2019 I will come down here to Niue and share this important project that the university has designed to help and assist our Pacific people. Our program is offered in Lautala campus in Suva, in Lautoka and Lambasa in Fiji. Out of Suva or Fiji, we are currently running the program in Cook Island, in Tuvalu, in Kiribati, in Solomon Island and Vanuatu. And we are currently planning to start here in Niue in May, and Samoa again, and in August our plan to start also another cohort in Tonga and in the Solomon Island and Marshall Island. Papua New Guinea is also interested in the delivery of our program. They are part of what we plan for 2019.
The MBA program consists of 12 courses.
Before the MBA, you usually do 12 courses before you are given a qualification as MBA. So having journeyed through with the program, teaching it in Suva and mainly outside of Suva, I have seen some of the students who have completed some of the units, yet they get no qualification because they have to wait to complete the 12th unit. So we decided to do what is called a staircase, where you complete 3 units and you get a postgraduate certificate in business administration. You add on another 3 units and then you will get a postgraduate diploma, and then do your final 6 and you get your MBA. So the difference now, instead of waiting to graduate with your MBA at 12th unit, you will graduate with a postgraduate certificate, then a postgraduate diploma, and also with your MBA at the end of the course.
Classes will be delivered face-to-face.
Our lecturers come from all over the world who are willing to offer their expertise to come here to Niue and deliver the program at the same time. So the mode of delivery is face-to-face. It's not the person is in Suva or somewhere. No, we are here 7 days a week, 24 hours to allow the delivery of the program full-time, 4 or 5 weeks for every course. So a person will be here in Niue where they can help the student, help the government, or anybody who have a project relate to the area of their expertise at the same time.
Enrollment for the MBA program is now open and will close on the 30th of March. About 20 women work in Niue's maritime sector. Usually a male-dominated sector, the Pacific Community, known as SPC, is advocating for more women in the maritime sector and has been holding workshops in Niue.
So we work with them to actually ensuring that we capture the role of women, what are the values of women actually participating, and that we also reporting countries' compliance for SDG 5, which is the United Nations Sustainable Goal, which is number 5, which actually articulates the target for ensuring girls in achieving targets for empowerment of girls and women. So that really squarely sits in when we come out to countries such as Niue. So we work with your administration, we work with your maritime port people, your people who are in the space for in the sector, to actually start identify where are all the women out here, to work with them, to actually give them opportunity, to give them funding opportunity, to actually elevate their competencies.
Empowering women in the maritime community has been selected as the World Maritime Day theme for this year.
In some of the studies, in business case studies, they've indicated there is a woman bring a lot of nature component, the problem-solving skills, negotiation skills. So traditionally men are linear, so they only think about the end game. While as for women, we think about what will be the impacts, what will be the effects, what resources do we need, how much it will cost, or if we don't do it, what is going to be the after effect. So this is some sort of scientific thinking that is actually been articulated when women actually come into the role. It's actually not so much about advancing to be in a position, but it's actually the value that we bring. So there's definitely economic value to it. The thinking parallel for men and women naturally is different.
With all the buzz about the Taonga Festival, what's also going to get extra foot and art traffic is the nation's Hikulangi Sculpture Park, located in Liku, with the most recent initiative by artist Mark Cross alongside the Charles Jessup family. The Charles Jessup Memorial Sculpture Prize will form part of the Niue Arts and Culture Festival, with invites to the public to create an art piece that will potentially be added to Sales Fale at the Hikulangi Sculpture Park. It's envisaged by Cross that the pieces would be added to the ceiling of Sales Fale and perhaps on the roof.
It's open to all ages. There's different categories: preschool, school age and open age. And in past years we've had about 25 to 30 entrants. We as you can see, we use these boards for the contestants to or the artists to attach their sculptures to on one side. These are obtainable from the Tahiono Art Gallery.
Sponsors for the event include Tahiono Art Gallery, Niue Chamber of Commerce, Crazy Unga and Ray Finlay for the Preschoolers Prize. Charles Jessup family and the New Zealand High Commission have also contributed to the park with the construction. Entries for the event closes on 5th April 2019. The men's cricket batted off over the weekend with interesting results. While 8 teams officially registered for the season, only 6 played over the weekend. Preliminary results in: Tuapa won against Vaya and Liku won against Makefu. Lakepa and Hakupu both drew, with a final decision to be made when the committee meets formally this evening. Another topic of discussion for the committee was the failure of Tamako Tonga to meet the full numbers to form their team. For this reason, the Alofi and Tamako Tonga match didn't go ahead. Understandably, that would leave Makefu perhaps with a bye this weekend, noting they were set to bat off with Tamako Tonga. All will be revealed in due course after the committee meeting this evening. And finally, onto the weather. A strong wind warning previously in force for land areas of Niue is now cancelled. The strong wind warning previously in force for Niue waters is also now cancelled. Cyclone Paula is forecast to only affect coastal waters as it moves away from Tonga today. There has been no reports of damage from the cyclone in Tonga. And just before we go, you can check out our stories online, visit our website and also our Facebook page, Broadcasting Corporation of Niue. That's it from here at BCN. Thank you for watching. Do join us same time next Monday for our Niue News and English on Tuesday. Good evening.